Well, as you can see, I'm not dead. Sorry. Where to begin? It's been well over a year since I've posted a video, and there's a lot of reasons behind it. Like, I can't even narrow it down to just one fucking reason. First and foremost, YouTube has pissed me off. Let's just face it. If you go back through my history, you know that I've had I felt like I've been in an abusive relationship with YouTube, as in they're abusing me and I'm just letting them do it. And then I keep coming back to them. I'm like, yeah, I'm like that battered spouse that just comes back and it's like, okay, let's keep going. In order to be successful on YouTube, you have to put in an enormous amount of time. You have to constantly be putting out content to grow. And that content has to meet certain, let's say, censorship guidelines. And if you don't, then all that work you just did, if you spent, 40 hours working on a video, which is a realistic for a high quality, high production video, all that was for nothing. You don't get shit. People don't watch it. People don't even know it exists because it doesn't show up in their feeds, and there's just so much noise on YouTube that you can't easily grow anymore. Back in the day, I was able to sustain myself full time, albeit being a minimalist and all of that, on YouTube. A side note, one of the reasons I also haven't put out content is after not putting out content for a while, I had a video removed by YouTube about a certain agricultural company that, we won't even get into it because I don't want this video to be fucking removed. And I know some of you are going to be like, oh, you go to Rumble or go to Odyssey or there's nobody going there. I tried that once. Remember when I went to Odyssey and y'all never followed me? I had maybe 200 people that started watching shit over there. And everybody else was like, I ain't leaving YouTube. Fuck that shit. So here we are again, So I needed a break, to be honest. And I needed to try and figure out the next 10 to 15 years of my life because I'm not getting any younger, It's less than... 60 is not far away, and the closer I get to it, the more and more I realize I need to figure out what I'm doing with life. And that's not an easy, that's what we spend most of our lives trying to do, is to figure out what to fucking do with our lives. And so I've tried a bunch of shit, and I've gone back into the fold as far as, I'm lighting myself with a tablet. I had to try and get myself financially straight, which I mostly have done. I'm no longer debt free. I have, if you go back into some of my nomad videos and my road, and you'll notice I'm in a truck right now too. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, I was fantasizing about having a Toyota Sienna, which is a minivan version of the Prius that essentially has the same climate control advantages and a lot more room for putting a bed and having a refrigerator and all the other shit for, doing the nomad thing. Of course, I bought that and haven't been able to do the nomad thing. Because rest assured, if I did the nomad thing, I'd see a lot more videos. Not a lot more, but time permitting. So I'm in debt again. So that means I have to work. And if I'm working, I can't be making videos, and YouTube isn't going to pay the bills, which brings me back to the whole, what happened while I stopped producing content. My channel has now been demonetized. I'm back to square one. It is as if I'm starting a brand new fucking channel right now, despite the 5 fucking years of work I put into this fucking shit. 5 years I put into this channel. Not only am I demonetized, but they're still running ads on my shit. My old videos, which were good enough to pay me for back then when you got views, but not now. So they completely demonetized. So when I saw that, I was like, mother. It's frustrating. I want to be creative. I wanted to be a full-time content creator. Didn't happen. I can't be a full-time content creator and carry debt, which I'm now carrying. Now, granted, that's my only debt is my van, and it's used. I didn't buy brand new, so I'm not paying full fucky price, but it's not cheap. Hybrids aren't cheap. They're expensive to work on. They're expensive even if you're buying them used because of the battery technology and all of the spying crap that they put in it. I have a fucking SIM card in my minivan. Why does my minivan need a SIM card in it to talk to whoever? Leaving all that aside. So there's been a lot of demotivating factors. Not to mention, I have a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend for over a year now, coincidentally. And we're doing fine. It's hard to give time to a relationship and a full-time job and YouTube. And when I say no time, I'm also trying to squeeze off my hobbies and interests in this. So I have made some music. It hasn't seen the light of day. I plan on doing something with it. I haven't figured it out yet. But I was amazed that, I didn't answer any comments. I didn't want to open the rabbit hole of getting sucked back in to making content again and addressing things. So I just kind of let the channel just be there, especially since they demonetized me. I'm like, well, fuck you, YouTube. I don't want to put work in. And, it is what it is. So I've gotten the creative itch again. And so I've decided to restart the channel. I don't know where I'm going with it. I don't know what I'm putting on it. There's a lot of things that I'm interested in creating, and you're going to be either the beneficiary or you're going to be the one that says, hell, I don't want to watch this shit. It doesn't matter to me because I'm demonetized. I have no incentive whatsoever to make good content. There's no chance of me growing. There's no chance of this fucking channel ever being anything more than a hobby. And that's where I'm at with it. Now, could I be sucked back into the fold? Like somehow one of my videos pops off. YouTube blesses me with the commercials again. Or people start donating. I'm still going to ask for compensation for the time I put into my videos. Obviously, not right now, though. I haven't touched my website either in over a year. So I have to go and do that. That takes time. I've been paying for it. So I'm taking a big ass loss on it right now. But, it is what it is. So I've experimented with a lot of different things in my life. I've tried, I did semi-retirement up until recently. Right now I'm full-time. It sucks. I hate being full-time, to be honest. But I came over the road. I was doing local work part-time. Now, when I say part-time, I'm talking 50 hours a week, 40 hours a week, occasionally taking a week off. I reached the top of trucking pay during that period. Like, I've had the highest rate per mile one could have, but yet somehow at the end of the week, I'm just as fucking broke as I was when I only worked 30 hours a week or whatever. Explain that one to me. Don't even get me started on election and all of that. That's another change I made, by the way. See, I'm all over the place because I haven't made a fucking video in a while, and I'm doing this completely like it's 5:36 in the mornings right now, and I'm making this video, so bear with me. I haven't watched the news. I have not watched regular news in forever. Now, I do occasionally catch some Tim Pool or something like that, which brings me up to speed on the Civil War or whatever the fuck is going on, or the fact World War III's coming, the nukes are falling. And what the irony of that is, when I stepped away a year ago, we were talking about the same fucking shit. The same shit for, the sky is falling, the whole world, we're all gonna die. And we didn't die in the year. I was expecting the bombs to fall, and I wouldn't even know where the fuck I was. I wouldn't even know they were coming. I'm sure I would, because it'd be all over social media, but So I didn't follow the election either. I knew who I wanted, and I got what I wanted, but I wasn't sitting there watching debates and doing all. I didn't need to watch the debates to know that I fucking hate the current administration. And I'm really happy with the outcome of the, without getting super political, because I know some of the, my leftist friends will be a little upset with me, but I'm a libertarian, so I don't give a fuck about the left or the right, for that matter. I go by policy because we don't have a third party that's worth a shit. So I have to pick between red and blue. And right now, I'm happy with the direction we're heading. And it could make me wealthy. Yes, I've gotten back into crypto. I should have learned my lesson the first time, but now I'm getting back into crypto. I've been trading on the market for a while. But part of working part-time is I want to multiply my income, so I am investing it. I'm trying to retire fully, So in order to fully retire, I'm going to do some time full-time now. So for those of you who have been wondering my opinions, because I've gotten some comments to that degree about the election, I am happy 100%. Does it undo the last 4 years of misery in the economy? No, it does not. Like I said, I had the top pay per mile while I was doing my previous position, which was not full-time over the road where I'm at now. I was making 81 cents a mile. And it felt like 40 cents a mile did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That's what it felt like. At the end of the week, with what I could buy, what I could do, I couldn't do anything fucking extra. And by the way, I can afford my van payment, with a 40 cents a mile income. So why was I busting my ass? Plus the job that I was doing at that 81 cents a mile was fucking ridiculously painful. It involved lots of unpaid hours of labor on top of the mileage. So it really brings the hourly average almost down in line with doing OTR, which OTR is like vacation compared to the previous job. Less pay per mile, more miles, more driving, less other bullshit. And that's what really has got me out here, is I got tired. I was burning out. I was like, I can't keep doing this. So it turns out semi-retirement looks a lot like being an OTR driver, where I can, kind of control my schedule, where I can take time off here and there, maximum 5 days if I want to keep my truck, but it is what it is. I'm in a brand new truck, by the way, brand new 2025 Kenworth, my favorite kind of truck. Of course, it's the basic trim level, doesn't have any of the fucking cool shit. But, I got a refrigerator, I got some power, and I will say that, the batteries in this, or I don't know how they worked, the idle system and the heating system, but I'm able to, I was able to run my laptop doing intense laptop shit while running the heater all night and maybe drain the batteries of the truck 20%. Because it actually tells you the percentage now. But we'll get into that in another video. Let's just say I'm on the road in the truck again, brand new truck, living the nomad life with a catch. The catch is I don't plan on doing this forever. I want to get out. I want to, do other things. Right now, I'm dabbling in a bunch of creative endeavors, some of which are controversial, because of AI. You remember that a long time ago? You can go back in my videos when I made the little AI video and I was showing off and I was intrigued, but it wasn't there yet. Well, now you can do that with video. Can you imagine how my videos are going to look now. Here's, I've already shown you that opening theme song that was going to be part of a music album I was going to release, and I still might. If there's any interest in that, let me know in the comments below. Which I will start reading and trying to interact with again. But I want to do that. I've been a filmmaker. I went to film school. I've been involved in numerous film projects. Maybe it's time for me to become an AI filmmaker. That's the latest buzzword, which apparently is a very divisive thing, because right now you've got a bunch of people that are like, AI is going to take my job. Well, motherfucker, guess what? AI is going to take my job. We're working on it. It's a little further off because it's a lot harder to drive a truck apparently than it is to draw. That's controversial. That's going to get me some hate, but they can't just fucking drive the truck. They end up killing people, or it doesn't get there, or it sits at a stop sign for look up the self-driving videos. They're fucking great. I love them. They got videos of cars doing loops around a parking lot, or videos of cars just stopping in the intersection. Yeah, they're ready to drive a truck. They probably do a better job than some of the fucking drivers out here, though. I'll tell you that. But yeah, AI is coming for a lot of jobs. And it don't matter if you're an artist, if you work in an artist, if you do anything on a computer, AI is coming. And if you don't know how to use it when it gets here, guess who's going to be in the unemployment line? I'm actively upping my AI skills right now, and I'm going to be sharing some of that on this channel, whether you like it or not. If you're pro AI, welcome. If you're anti-AI, unsubscribe now, because your feed's going to be having those, and all my videos are going to have some elements of it. I've stated in the past, I wanted to make high quality documentary style videos, which are very time intensive to make. Could take fucking 2-3 weeks. Some could take months, could take a year to make a good documentary. Not anymore. Now you can just fucking go into AI. You just write a little script. I need this video. I don't really do that. I do the text prompting to a degree to try and get what I want, which, by the way, takes a lot of work, believe it or not, to get the actual AI to do what you want it to do. There's also the ability to take film video, or to make 3D, because I'm back into 3D too with it. I've been doing some shit. And, and you use that to tell the AI what you want in the frame, what your subject is. You can have consistent characters now, which never used to be an AI thing, which means you can develop a character and they appear in all your images or videos that you want. I've even trained a model to look like me, which will result in this monstrosity. fun. All right. It's fucking fun. I don't care. I don't know if I'm going to make money with it, but I do know that if I don't know what I'm doing and AI comes for my job eventually, then I'm going to be left behind. I'd rather be the guy that can go to a job and be like, I have 5 years experience with AI. I know how to use Chat GPT. I know how to use, and I could list off all the AI tools I know how to use, and it's growing. So I've been into that, and I want to use that. Honestly, my biggest use case for it, aside from documentary style, I got to write a script and figure out what I want to do. But also my music. I like making music, obviously, and I'm still passionate about it. I've made a bunch of tracks in this year that I may release, I may not release. I don't know. I don't know if you guys never gave a shit about my music. We'll put it that way. Although it did get some traction here and there. I'm in a video game. Somebody licensed some of my tracks. And put me in a video game. So I was like, and they wanted to buy me out, but then they never got back to me on that. But that's fine. So I'm into that. I'm doing this as a path to give me time to learn. Because when you're over the road, there's lots of extra time out here. Yeah, it's in this box, but I'm used to it, kind of. And yeah, I'll probably get sick of it after a while. I always do. Question is how long before I'm done. And so it's so bad that like my boss is used to it now. They, my boss and my boss's boss, they're like, oh, you're gonna actually work now? Okay, well, we'll let you do this. Oh, you don't want to work? Well, you can keep your foot in the door and be casual. They haven't let me go. And I'm well qualified. I could train other drivers and do all of that. But that's a whole other video in and of itself. I've made myself valuable enough that they'll put up with me not wanting to work as much. But out here on the road I can do both. I can make decent money. And like I said, it's going to feel the same at the end of the week as back when I made 40 cents a mile, however many fucking years ago. It's going to feel like that same spending power that I had back then, but it's starting to fall behind. I will say that. And the only way to fix that is to go to another company. I got to watch the rates go up. But so far, what I'm seeing, the average offer for a truck driver nowadays is anywhere between $1,500 and $1,700 a week for a 70-hour fucking work week, And if you're really fucking, you love just working all the time, which I don't, they got jobs where you can make $2,000, or $110,000 a year, I believe is the peak. The upper for a company driver is $110,000. The lower is as much as you want to suck. The average I'd say is over 50 now for a full-time, over the road driver anyways. So, and that's what I'm looking at. And I have a vehicle to pay off. Obviously, I'm going to work on getting debt free again because I know what it's like to be debt free, and should be the number one goal. I'm also working on investing, so you'll be hearing about that and my rants about that. But here's what I'm not going to do that I used to do. I'm not going to constantly consume the news. I don't want to be involved in the propaganda. And believe me, that's all news is nowadays. Your mainstream media news is propaganda. When I saw, because I did catch a few videos here and there which debunk the mainstream media without going to watch their shit and pay them money to see their shit. The amount of lies that are being done and all of the same, orange man bad bullshit, ignoring the economy completely, ignoring foreign policy. I mean, we're on the verge of World War III still, and we're escalating because the left wants to throw a tantrum that they lost the election. And I invite my lefties that are here to whatever of, however many of you remain, to justify to me our escalation of the war at this point. And we are the ones escalating. I shit you not. And it's on purpose. It's clearly, it's so transparent that the reasoning behind it is to hand off to Trump, to hand him a war. Here, we made a mess. Now you get to spend your entire term cleaning it up instead of fixing shit. So hopefully that's not how it goes down, but it is what it is. Consequently, there was a stock option that I bought before the election, and I bet heavily on Trump winning. I call it betting, but it's an option in the stock market. Let's face it, the stock market's gambling. And I'm sitting on it. So in January, I get paid from what I put in on the I think it was a futures trade. I don't know. That's some technical fucking term. Shows you how much research I did before I started investing. But yeah, I'm getting paid because Trump won too. So that's great. God bless America. I'm not going to be talking too much about current events unless they directly impact me in some way. Now, I do occasionally still hear about things that are going on, and they pisses me off every bit as much as it did back then. But I'm trying to not let it, dominate my thoughts. And I've got other priorities right now. Yes, if these things kick off, they're going to directly affect me at some point. But sometimes you just got to realize there ain't a fucking thing you can do about it. Really. Now some would argue this election, is us doing something about it. And I'm glad that we're kind of the pendulum swinging the other way. But if you look back through history, this is normal. It swung way to the left, and now it's swinging back to the right. And it's just going to keep doing this every fucking election cycle because no one's ever going to be fucking happy. You know why no one's ever going to be fucking happy? Because the corporations are getting richer and we are getting poorer. Period. Has nothing to do with how you vote or any of that. The rich are getting richer, and they're still going to do it under Trump. The poor are getting poorer. The only difference I'd say is a mild shift right now in that the right wants everyone to have the opportunity to do the same bullshit that they do to make all the money, whereas the left just wants all the money and they just want to take it from you and give it to someone else that doesn't have any money. And that it is what it is. So you do all the hard work, and the left wants to take all your hard work and give it to someone else. So why the fuck would I do the hard work? Whereas the right's like, well, we're not going to give you any free shit, but, you're welcome to do what we do. That's the way I view the left and the right. And as a libertarian, I want to be left the fuck alone by everyone. So obviously, though, I'm going to pick the party that leaves me the fuck alone. All right, see, I got more political. I get sucked into this shit. It's been a while since I've had a stream of thought fucking video. I continued to do the part-time work. I got sucked back into the truck more than the gig economy. The gig economy was going to shit. It's still shit, from what I can tell. I did dip my toe in it recently and still was only able to make maybe $19 an hour, $20 an hour. Which is fine if you don't have a lot of bills. There is a value to fully controlling your time. And I could see if I was debt free going back to doing that and then investing the money and having it grow outside of that. So basically turn that $20 into $40 essentially. Down the line, and then I got $40 an hour to do a $20 an hour job, and that's kind of the way I'm looking at it right now, using the income to fund the investment and using the investment to fund life. That's my new goal that I'm working on right now, and it's looking like it might work. I'll let you know when it does. So look forward to me just making random fucking shit. Welcome to the Random Shit channel. And yes, I know you're gonna ask, what about keto and fasting, you piece of shit? Well, I still do, either OMAD or 2 meals a day or 16 and 8 as far as fasting goes. I only have my coffee till probably sometimes 4 in the afternoon I'll eat. But I eat like shit. I eat whatever I got available. I do bring food with me out on the truck, but there's no keto in my life right now. As such, I'm 221 pounds last I weighed in, and I've been hovering there for 2 years. I did go keto for a little bit in January, and I got my weight back down to, I think it was 212, 213. So I lost a little bit of weight there, and then I got sick of keto again because I'm addicted to the bad shit. And since I only have, 10 to 15 years left to live, who knows? A lot of people argue that. It's just, I've lost a lot of people also. I've lost a few more friends that have passed away in the time I've been away. And they're all younger than me. Like, we're millennials. The millennials are dropping like flies, and here I am, a Gen Xer, just being like, hey, well, when's my time, And being out in the truck and on the road, I can tell you, it could happen at any time. So I'm kind of living my life the best I can for now. But I am trying to set myself up for retirement. Last minute. I should have did this shit. If I'd have done this shit in my 20s, I'd already been retired in my 40s. But let's face it, no one taught us how to do that back then. Before the internet, nobody told us shit. They're like, no, you go to work, motherfucker, you get your paycheck, and maybe if you suck your boss's ass enough, he'll fucking give you a promotion, and off you'll go into the fucking corporate goddamn elite shit, and you will become a millionaire, and you'll buy a house, and you'll retire, and you'll have, $500,000 in your retirement account, which will carry you 2 days in the current account, but you did all the right that's what they taught us in school. They didn't teach us how to start a business. They didn't teach us how to think, in terms of providing value to other people and using that and monetizing that. They didn't teach us to learn these fucking skills. No, go to college. Get yourself a fucking student loan and go to college. You should be $75,000 in debt by the time you're 21. And if that, if you don't do that, then you suck, and you deserve to work at Walmart as a greeter when you're 65. Which I see a lot of, by the way. There's a lot of old people working minimum wage jobs right now. I wonder why that is. Don't worry, they'll be replaced with AI in no time. I've also, during my time, I have a girlfriend, like I told you. She lives in Canada. So I've been spending a lot of time in Canada. I cross the border quite regularly now. So look forward to me talking about some Canadian shit and some things I think about up there. I will say they're just as fucked as we are, if not more so. Like, I notice my fuel prices when I go into Canada. Despite the dollar being stronger against the Canadian dollar, I still pay more for gas up there than I would here, which is interesting. And fuel is the backbone of the economy. All your prices in your stores are based on the fuel prices that the trucks pay. And I look up there and I'm like, damn. And then I go down to, like, where was I? I think it was South Carolina, where I saw gas for under $2 a gallon. And I was like, woo, he ain't even fucking in the fucking White House yet, and we're already getting lower fuel. Yes. Because it's the backbone of our economy. I don't think prices are going to drop because everyone's a greedy price gouging motherfucker. They're going to be like, inflation. Even after inflation ends, they're still going to be like, inflation. You got to pay $7 more. Anyways, I've gone for long enough on this video. I will continue to give you some updates. I just wanted to let you know I'm not dead. I'm going to make videos again when I can. My time is very valuable right now, and it's very sparse. And at some point, if you want to support this channel, I will give you, in the next couple videos, I'll give you an avenue to do that. But other than that, I've got at YouTube and Google said, fuck you, we're not paying you. We'll still monetize your shit and let people watch your shit, but we ain't paying you no more. You know, so, and you can't even super chat or do any of that shit like you used to be able to do. Live streams aren't on the table yet. Maybe someday. I don't know. I might be completely wasting my time putting this video here. I don't know. I think probably some of you were pissed off that I took a year away. You know, sorry, but it's my life, and no one's paying me to do otherwise. So if you get videos on this channel, it's because I feel like doing it. It's not because I'm, have some kind of hope to be a content creator or to grow shit, because I don't think it's going to happen. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope y'all like prove me wrong. You're like, yes, we want to watch your shit. And I get, 5,000 views per video and all this watch time. And then YouTube's like, hey, we love you again. Come here, but I don't think that's going to fucking happen at all. I'm using this now as a creative outlet for my shit, whatever I feel like doing. Right now, creatively, I'm starting my YouTube back up. I'm also into making music still, so you're still gonna hear my fucking shitty music. I'm into AI, so you're gonna see me make AI shit. I'm gonna try and start making some documentary style shit utilizing AI, because I ain't got fucking budget or time to go out and film a good documentary. So, but I'll pay a subscription to an AI video site to fucking generate me some shit to fill in with my voice, obviously, which apparently I can clone now too. And AI can actually just do all of this without me. Like, do you even know if I'm AI or not right now? Bet you don't know. It's hard to know. How much of what you just watched was AI? Would you catch me? I might try and sneak one in on you. I might put a fucking video out with me, but have it be AI generated, complete with a clone of my voice, my likeness, and whatever, and then I'll start popping up in other people's shit, because guess what? When you do that, when you create a model of yourself, you're releasing the rights to your likeness to the AI. So there's that. So who knows? There might be me everywhere. After I die, there'll be me on the internet still, thanks to AI. I'm in AI's brain somewhere now. All right, my girlfriend's trying to call me. So, and she's already angry that I just, silenced her. So I'm going to get off of here. I will make another video. Feel free in the comments below to ask me any burning questions you have for the year I've been gone. And in my next video, maybe I'll be a little more coherent, or maybe it'll be later in the day. I haven't even finished my fucking morning coffee yet. I haven't taken my morning shit. Maybe the next video I can be a little more coherent by you guys giving me some questions in the comments below. Let's catch up. You can tell me what you've been up to for the past year. How's your YouTube life been going? Have you been watching shit? Have you? What have you been watching? What do you watch when you can't watch me? Because I've had a lot of people telling me, hey, we miss you. Are you okay? And then other people are like, well, I think he died. Somebody told me I went off and went on a drug-fueled binge or something like that. I was like, oh, all because of that last video I put out of me singing Sound of Silence, which I think only one commenter caught on to that. The whole, metaphor behind that, I guess. But, ask me some questions. What do you want to know about my year away? And if I can answer it, I will. But I'm not going to go super into my relationship. There's going to be no details there. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you where I work. I never mentioned that. People have been guessing for years. And some of them have been right. Some of them have been wrong. You just never know. Is what it is there. During my year away, I was recognized by someone while I was camping, which may have inspired me to keep coming back. I don't know. But yeah, they were watching my channel. I guess they were successful on keto and they wanted to thank me for it. So You know, will I get back to the health creator shit? No, not on YouTube. You want to know why? Censored. Period. I'm tired of it. I don't, YouTube doesn't want me to do it. I probably will talk about it if I'm in the context of me personally doing it, but the days of me going out and digging up research and doing all of that horse shit are gone. I know what to do when I want to do it. It's just a question of motivation at that point, which I have very little of right now, so is what it is. So, who knows? But ask your questions below. I look forward to it. It's going to be interesting. So, remember, I'm not an expert, clearly, on anything that I talk about. I'm just an asshole, and just going to be more asshole videos. It's kind of my job on YouTube now. I'm just going to be an asshole. Within the community guidelines, of course. I would never violate those. Sorry. I'm falling under the umbrella of the leather boots of YouTube. If Susan's leather boots are still somewhere in the YouTube, AI that stomps you down. Susan trained the AI, clearly. The AI that's going back a year and a half or 2 years into my previous videos to decide if anything needs to be removed. Thanks. I love that Susan left her mark. I don't even know the name of the new fucking CEO or whoever the hell's running it, but who knows? The government's going to break up Google anyway, so YouTube might just be its own thing. Who knows? One can hope. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. And no artists were harmed in the making of this video. Because this video didn't make any money. All right?